All right, class, let's take a look at your worksheet 4.3 here today. So we're solving absolute value equations. So absolute value equations are either going to have 0, 1, or 2 solutions. Okay? So remember, absolute value is distance from 0. So like on the first one, I'm saying the absolute value of x is 7 units away from 0. So what that simply means is this. X is either located at 7 or x is located at -7. That one was really easy. I wish they all were that easy. Okay? Let's check the next one. Okay? Now what we're saying here is the quantity x plus 6 is 7 units away. So we start by writing two equations now by saying x plus 6 equals 7 or x plus 6 equals -7. So that could be located at 7 or at -7. So here now I have the additional step of subtracting 6. So I get x equals 1, subtract 6, or I get x equals -13. So now what's always good is to check your answers. I didn't check the first one, but trust me, it is right. But let me at least check the second one. So I go math right arrow to select my absolute value symbol. So now I'm going to type in 1 plus 6. That better be 7. So then I go math right arrow, absolute value, -13 plus 6. And that better be also 7. So just like that, we got the first two done. Let's take a look at the next one. So on number 3 here, I have some numbers outside my absolute value that I have to deal with first. I'm going to subtract 6 first. So I have absolute value of x minus 2 equals 3. So I'm just saying that x minus 2 is 3 units away from 0. So that means x minus 2 could be located at 3, or x minus 2 could be located at -3. So I solve each of these equations. So I get x equals 5, or add 2. Boy, it doesn't want to take my 2 sometimes. That's not a good looking 2. X equals -1. So let's just do a quick check. Math right arrow, select that absolute value. So my first answer was 5. So 5 minus 2 outside my absolute value should be plus 6. So that should equal 9. So far so good. Math right arrow, absolute value, -1 minus 2. And then I add 6. And look at that. I also get 9. All right, let's take a look at the next two. So we got 4 more to do. All right, the next one, we got a couple math steps we need to do ahead of time. So the first thing I need to do is subtract 12 first. So I get 3, absolute value x minus 5 equals 24. Undo multiplication by division. I have absolute value of x minus 5 is 8. So this value, x minus 5, is 8 units away from 0. So x minus 5 could be located at 8, or x minus 5 could be located at -8. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So x equals 13, or add 5, x could equal -3. And just like that, I have my two solutions. So let's do a quick check. 3, go math, absolute value. So I get my absolute value symbols. So I go 13 minus 5. Move it outside, plus 12. So now when I hit enter here, I should get 36, and I do. So I do the other one, 3, math, right arrow, select the absolute value symbol, -3, okay? Subtract 5, outside, then go plus 12. That should also equal 36. All right, 4 down, 3 to go. Let's keep on plugging away. The next one. All right, so let's subtract 25, subtract 25. So I get 6. Absolute value times the absolute value of x plus 4 equals negative 15. Let's divide by 6. Absolute value of x minus 4 equals negative 2.5. Ooh, can absolute value have a negative distance? No. Absolute value, so this one is no solution. Absolute value cannot equal a negative number. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Absolute value of x minus 9 equals 9. So this first thing I have to do is just simply add 9 to both sides. I just get the absolute value of x equals 18. Well, that's kind of like the first one. So if I'm 18 units away from 0, I'm either located at 18 or I'm located at negative 18. Sweet. All right, let's take a look at the very last problem here. So, got a bunch of steps to do. We'll subtract 8 first. So I get 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. Divide by 2. So the absolute value of x minus 3 equals 2. Again, getting that absolute value piece by itself first. So what this is saying is I'm 2 units away from 0. So x minus 3 must be located at either 2 or x minus 3 must be located at negative 2. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So I get x equals 5. Or when I add 3 to both sides here, I get 1. So I should just do a quick check. Second math, number or 2 times. So my first answer is 5 minus 3. Outside should be plus 8. That should equal, and it does, 12. So the second one, 2, get my absolute value. My answer was 1 minus 3 this time, plus 8. Hit enter, and sure enough, it does equal 12. All right, that should take care of hopefully all your questions for 4.3. On to the review.